This installation of my ITEL solar generator that I reviewed sometime in December last year 2025 has been installed. Now look at it. It was done in such a way that this was connected to a separate changeover of like 100 amps changeover. So you can see the trunking that hides off the wire that is not done, because this is surface wiring. They cannot do it within the wall, except you are installing the solar while you are building your house. Then it's going to be within, like, inside the wall wiring. All right, under you won't see the wires like this. So but this is already, the house is already built, so that's why there's surface wiring here. Then right here you are having the solar cable. All right, the solar cable, you can see the noise here is like a fan noise, and you have having the solar cable right connected to the DC breaker. So right now it's on. If there is enough sunlight, this will be blinking. I'm going to bring it back here when it's blinking strongly. And if there is light in the house, because this socket is connected directly to the 200 amps changeover that has the light and the generator. So, and right now it's connected to the light. So once they bring the light right now, we would see that this will be red. So this indicator is going to be red, and not just that, the light on the solar gen will be blinking heavily. Right now it's not even blinking. This is just small blink to show that the solar, the watts gotten from the solar panels right now are still very small. But once the solar array is very much high, it will start blinking. So once there is light, this will start charging together, like both light and solar. But I can say that light is usually more stable to charge this than the panels, because sun arrays are not really easy to you cannot tell each day that this day will be super sunny. All right,
you can see the cable, the DC cable that came from outside, from the roof down to the first floor, to the ground floor, sorry, because it's right from the roof to the ground floor. That's why it's on the surface like this. If not, it would have gone through the roof into the house. Then you can see this surface wiring all the way here, and you can see that they took it straight up and right into the space to the changeover. So right now it's on solar, and so all the load are on the solar except from the pumping machine that is directly on the light. So once we also have this kind of light indicator, just in case they bring light. So we have three ways of knowing. The pumping machine could be, if it's on at that point, we'll hear the sound, but if it's not on, the second way is the indicator light outside here, and the third way is the solar generator is going to be charging with light, so we can easily know when there's light. The reason why we are even so specific about if there's light or not is because of the pumping machine and the refrigerator.
Okay, now you can see it's blinking strongly. All the time that it was not blinking, it did not add any percent. So right now it's blinking, and this has really been cool. It has been charging and added up from like 50 something this morning to like 88, and some fans were on, ceiling fans, not even not even energy saving fans, ceiling fans, of course not on the highest, because when you put the fans on the highest, it's going to really be taking the small watts that the 600 watt panel is drawing. So it's like 2 of 300 watts are installed, and the person that installed it, the panels were like 41 volts. So the person that installed it connected it in parallel. If they connected it in series, the voltage would be like times 2, that would be like 80 volts. So that would be too high for this system, because this system, the maximum volts can take is 60 volts. So The panels were in parallel, and it's able to charge this with 600 watts. The fridge we have in the house here, or both the fridge and the freezer, they are not energy saving, so this cannot carry. But let's say we change the fridge we have, which is like 880 watts fridge. It's still even a new one, a new fridge. Let's say we get a fridge or freezer of like, instead of the 880 watts freezer from Heya Thermocool, if we get from Hisense, like energy saving fridge from Hisense, we'll probably be able to get like 130 watts of freezer, 75 watts of fridge, and this would be able to power it, definitely, at least in the day, to be able to power it. And this carries lights. It carries as you can see, this light is this fan is rolling right now, and it's on solar, so obviously it's working, right? So in the day like this, we enjoy this. And what our advice is that instead of using ceiling fans, our advice you use a rechargeable solar fans, that is DC and AC fans. It's going to be better. So right, probably because I'm videoing it, it's looking slow in the video. It's quite faster than what it is. Yeah, the sun is super out right now, and by my time right now is around 1:27. So sometimes even at 1 o'clock, you see it's no more stable again. It has stopped blinking. When the sun increases again, it will start blinking. So that is how the solar, and that's the idea or the essence of this DC. If I'm going to upgrade from this, because this the whole price I spend like 305,000 on this unit alone, which I'm sure if you want to get this unit now, you may still spend around that 305 or 330,000 naira to get this unit. This unit is adding money, it's getting more important. And to install this unit, I spent around 210,000 naira to install this unit. So that is, you can just say approximately 520k in total, around 520,000 naira in total that was spent. So what did I spend in installation? The DC breaker, the cables. That cable was around 20 meters of DC. It's a DC cable that came all the way from outside to let's go outside. Sometimes putting on the fans and the bulbs and a lot of load could actually make it kind of unstable in the charging, especially if there is if the sun is not so high. All right, so just look at this. Can you see this cable? It went all the way up. The panels are I really went so far to show you guys the panels. You can see the panels directly on the roof. These people that installed this, they came all the way from Alaba, that is Ojo, Alaba. I got all of this from there. The installers came along with it from the person, and that is the person that sells this. They already have installers, so I just told the person that was selling to send the installers alongside. So they came all the way from Ojo, Alaba to this place around the day. It's quite far, very far. They spent more than 2 hours on the road, still within Lagos, to come over here to install. They did a good job. These cables you are seeing here, they are 4mm. And this is quite thick, 4mm. And this 4mm for 1 meter, it actually costed me like 3,000 naira for 1 meter from Ojo. So, and I told you I bought like I bought 20 meters, so that's like around 60,000 naira. So that did not end there. I also bought those panels. Those panels were not brand new 300 watts, because brand new 300 watts will cost you around 70 to 80k for brand new. So I bought the used panels. I bought used panels, 2 used panels at
40,000 naira, and some people were selling that used panels at 60,000 naira, but I got from a good dealer that was selling at 40,000 naira. So I bought two, which was like 80k. So you can add that up, that's like 140. Then the the transportation from there, I paid 15,000 for transportation. I paid 30k for installation. I spent around 25k for other installation materials, which include this 1.5 mm 2 course cable that I bought around 18 to 20 yards. Bought like changeover right here. It cost me like 4k. The cables, like this particular cable, costed me around I bought like 18 or 20 yards, and each yard it was like 500 to 600 naira for 1 yard, so you can do the math. Then this trunking, I got like 25 by 40 trunking, two of it, yeah, and two of 25 by 16 trunking. See, yeah, or 25 by 25 trunking, and which other thing? I think that was all with a plug.
You can see this has added up already. No light yet, so once they bring the light, this will be on. So with this plug and this socket, this cable came with the system for charging it very fast with NEPA light. So that's everything about this system, and the installation kit came with the system, so don't buy any installation. They used nail here instead of the screw because they said the nails will be way stronger to hold up the system. Okay, so that's all for this unit. Bye for now.